Josh and Caleb.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Josh the Movie Collector here in my Edward Scissorhands shirt. Today we're going to be reviewing all of Johnny Depp's movies and cameos. We're excluding documentaries, TV shows, or cameos where he was in there like less than a minute. For example, the first Fantastic Beast, or A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Dead. He was in those like less than a minute, so we're excluding those, but we will be taking a look at 61 films, ranking them from what I consider last place all the way until we get to number 1. Is it Edward Scissorhands? You have to stay tuned to find out, but we're going to jump right in, starting with a cameo, Jack and Jill. One of Adam Sandler's worst movies. I would do a video all about this and how, you know, it's a slap in the face to twins and all that, because I'm a twin, but we'll just stick to it's a really bad movie. That's My Boy Isn't Great, that good, much better. Just go with it. It's actually real. Anyway, this is a video about Adam Sandler. Not much to say except Al Pacino and Johnny Depp are really good in their cameo. Then The Professor. Not many people saw this film. It came out in 2019, so not a lot of people saw it. I saw it. I mean, with all that he was going through in this time frame, you could get what's not one of his better performances. I mean, he's good at it, but the movie overall isn't great. Oh, before we get too much into it, I'm going to do a few Johnny Depp videos this week, because they are off as far as the trial goes, so wanted to get some Johnny Depp videos out there. If you want me to do a video about the trial, let me know. Maybe I'll do a video on my thoughts overall. I don't know. Anyway, The Professor. Oh, have I said what number? Jack and Jill was 61. This is 60. 59 is London Fields, a movie in which he cameoed because his wife at the time, Amber, wanted him to cameo, or the director asked him. I don't know the whole story, but he is really good in this movie, surprisingly. Oh, I didn't even know Cara Delevingne was in this movie. I've only seen it like one time. Maybe I should check it out again. Anyway, Transcendence probably should have been last place, but anyway, there's some interest. It's an interesting plot, definitely. He takes his subconscious, puts it into a computer. That it's just not executed that great. That was 58. I haven't been. 57 is Mordecai. I do enjoy this one. Definitely a lot to be desired. I think the humor is hit or miss for most people. Like, there are parts I find really funny, but then there are parts where, like, that doesn't even make sense. So, you know, David Coep, who directed a Ner movie that's in the top 10. So, you know, not a great outing for either one, but same with this. Alice Through the Looking Glass, a sequel to a very underrated Tim Burton movie, in my opinion. This one just did not hold up. James Bobbin, coming off the very successful Muppets reboot, The Muppets, what was that, 2017, 2016? I don't know the exact date, but coming off of that, and he also did the sequel, and they asked him to do this because Tim Burton said no way. And everybody came back, including Johnny Depp. Just not a great sequel, in my opinion. Next, I'm just going to skip the numbers. If you want, keep up with, well, I haven't said half of them. So coming next, 55 is The Libertine. He has a pretty good performance in this movie, you know. It's based on an actual person, writer and bad boy, John Demarco, 2nd Earl of Rochester. So, you know, I enjoyed it. It's just down the list a little ways. Then The Rum Diary, where Johnny and Amber met, based on, wow, how am I forgetting his name? Roald Dahl? Wow. Hunter S. Thompson. Why am I thinking Roald Dahl? Who is that? Anyway, Hunter S. Thompson, known for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Rum Diary, not my favorite. There's some humor in here, which, again, is hit or miss. Some of it really works, some of it does not. So, you know, take it for what you will. Then another cameo, Before Night Falls. There he is right there. Interesting movie. Really good cameo. Check that out if you haven't. Then him, Johnny, and a few other guys. Colin Farrell, Jude Law, and Johnny Depp all filled in for Heath Ledger because he passed away when they were filming this movie and they were not done. So Terry Gilliam asked them to help out, and they donated all their earnings to his daughter, which the story behind that is incredible. But yeah, he's pretty good, and well, they're all really good taking over. Then Con Man, I don't really remember a whole lot about this. It's about the Toronto Film Festival, I think. Yeah, Cannes Film Toronto. Cannes Film Festival. Don't really remember a whole lot about it. I need to revisit that. Then most of you would have this last place, Sherlock Gnomes, the sequel to Romeo and Juliet, which was a Touchstone movie. This is not. But Johnny Depp plays Sherlock Gnomes. It's fun. It definitely has its moments. It's pretty funny in some parts. Then a cameo for the movie based on the show 21 Jump Street. pretty good cameo. He reprises his role, and the one thing he had for taking the part was he had to be killed off. Because if you know his time on it, you'll know. I mean, I'm sure he liked the work, but it made him to be out this, he became some teen idol, and he wanted to get away from that. Next is City of Lies, based on the Notorious Big shooting. JD plays a cop here who's trying to figure out what happened. That's a pretty good one. Then Platoon, which he had a big part in this. He learned Vietnamese so he could be a translator, and then most of what he shot got cut. But he is still in the movie, obviously. Then The Tourist. A lot of people do not like this one. I found it to be pretty fun, pretty enjoyable for what it was. So, Then next we have Into the Woods. What number? We're at 45. Into the Woods, a fun little musical. JD plays the big bad wolf. Rob Marshall directs. He's done a lot of good musicals. Then 44, Pirates 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales. I saw all the Pirates in theaters. This one, it's fun in moments. Javier Bardem is in it. I like the girl in it. For me, the Pirates franchise is consistent. I enjoy all of them. Obviously, others are better. The first two are like way up there, then the rest are just good. But they're all good, in my opinion. 43, I guess we'll just keep the numbers going. LA Without a Map, which JD has a cool cameo in here. This guy has movie posters of Johnny Depp, and he just walks out of the poster and, is his, like, guide, which that would make for a cool movie in and of itself. I can talk. But yeah, if you haven't seen this, check it out just for his cameo. Then his most recent movie, Waiting for the Barbarians. Can't believe this, and City of Lies actually got a Walmart release. But it did. JD is really good in this film. He plays a colonel. So there you go. Go check that out. Then Don Juan Demarco, which is 41. Trying to keep up with the numbers. That's a okay rom-com. Then 40 is Crybaby, the John Waters classic. He was trying to get rid of that teen heartthrob image that he had from 21 Jump Street, so he did this movie. Then Private Resort is a funny comedy. He's great in this. A lot of people do not know. It was 1985, so pretty early on in his career. Then I guess it's more than a cameo, because he's in most of the movie. But The Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald is really good in this. Can't believe they replaced him in the third one. Anyway, Tusk, Kevin Smith, horror / comedy, I guess you could say. Uh, Not a huge Kevin Smith fan, but his 3 horror movies are all, he knocked those out of the park for me. Johnny Depp is great in this. Also has Johnny Depp's daughter and Kevin Smith's daughter are both in this. And then it's like he says he's going to do 3 movies, so we'll see. But this was the second one after Tusk, Yoga Hosers, which their daughters are the main leads this time. Johnny Depp is back for this one. And Kevin Smith's story about how he just wrote Johnny Depp and he's like, he probably won't do it, but I'm gonna give him a call anyway. We'll see if he can do it. And he said, yeah, I want to do it. So look that up on YouTube. I just recently watched it, but really enjoy Yoga Hosers. A lot of people don't, I know. Then The Man Who Cried, Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, their first, this was before this was after Sleepy Hollow, so their second movie together. Enjoy that one. Then What's Eating Gilbert Grape, 2 very good performances by Johnny Depp and Leo. Very underrated film in my opinion, one of his better ones. Then you have Benny and June, great film. It's in this 2-pack with a Reese Witherspoon movie. But really like Benny and June. Then his first ever movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street. He's also in 5, like I said, but no, it's 6. Sorry. 5 is A Dream Child. That's we don't talk about that one. He's in 6, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. But his first movie was the original A Nightmare on Elm Street. He's good in that. Then Pirates 4 on Stranger Tides. This one's fun because it's about mermaids. Love mermaids. So, like I said, they're all consistent. I enjoy all of them. Fun time. Need to marathon them, actually. So, maybe I'll be doing that at some point. Then that probably should have been ahead of this one, Lone Ranger, which a lot of people just hate for no reason. The Pirates team came back, the writers and the director Gore Verbinski. Helena Bonham Carter is also in this one. But I didn't grow up. I mean, I've seen some of the Lone Ranger serials from back in the day, but I wasn't like a big Lone Ranger fan. But when I knew Gore Verbinski was going to do it, I was intrigued. And it's a fun movie, guys. Most of you are probably commenting, I hate this movie. That's fair. Everybody has their own opinion, but to me it's a fun movie. Then a good thriller, The Astronaut's Wife, have this on Blu-ray. This is a good thriller. Good performance. Both of them. Then Arizona Dream. Took me a while to upgrade this. This is a Warner Archive. Faye Dunaway, Jerry Lewis in one of his last performances, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, this is a good movie. That's definitely on the watch list if you haven't seen it. Black Mass, he should have been nominated for Best Actor for this, but it is what it is. He wasn't, but one of his best performances as a mob boss, a real mob boss. Then Murder on the Orient Express, the remake. Really enjoy this movie. Just got Death on the Nile, so need to check that out at some point. But yeah, really enjoy this remake. And there's like 4 versions of this. So remake. It's a remake of a that became a main series that they rebooted. So really enjoy this. Grew up on Agatha Christie's books. Did some reports for them in school back in the day. Then Dark Shadows, which again a lot of people hate on this film. I think it's a fun time. I have not seen it in some time. Need to revisit it. If you didn't know, this was where Hollywood Vampires was formed. The band he started with Alice Cooper and Joe Perry from Aerosmith. I know some music history, but yeah, this is where that band started. If you did not know that. Alright, we're getting... I know I've missed all the numbers. I know. That was 25. Now 24 is Chocolate, which, you know, decent rom-com. We're going to hang on to this because Finding Neverland is a little bit up the ladder. Where are we? 23 is Blow. Really enjoyed this one about a drug dealer. It's been a long time since I've seen this one, but he is really good in it. I should just have a Johnny Depp marathon. The Ninth Gate, directed by Roman Polanski. Good thriller. I actually really enjoyed this one. I believe this is where he met Vanessa Paradis. I could be wrong, which is the mother of his 2 children. But, yeah, good thriller. Then Public Enemies about, Dillinger, right? Yeah, Dillinger. A good little heist film directed by Michael Mann. Almost went to the set when they were filming this. What year was this? 2009. I was like, I'm going to go. I know where they're filming. I'll just drive up there. It never worked out, but I always think back. I should have just gone. Just go, you know. But you never know. They could been on break at that time, not filming, you know, so is what is. I'll meet him at some point here. Then Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End, which is number 20. So we're into the top 20 finally. Great third movie. Remember seeing this in theaters. I enjoy all of them. Like I've said, they're all pretty consistent. If you haven't seen the behind the scenes thing on, it's either on the second one or the third one about how they filmed 2 and 3 back to back, definitely give that a watch. It might be on here too. Anyway, yeah. Number 20, so number 19 is Alice in Wonderland. Which, you know, fair enough, a lot of people do not like. It was way overhyped, I will say, coming off of Avatar, which that's finally getting a sequel after 12 years. 2010, so yeah, it was way overhyped for 3D. Didn't really warrant 3D's a gimmick, in my opinion. It's not like its own genre. But occasionally a film will come along that looks way better in IMAX 3D, which happened with Avatar. This one, you didn't really need to see in 3D, but it is what it is. I enjoy that one. 18 is Finding Neverland, all about the guy who wrote Peter Pan, the play. It was a play before it was a Disney movie, if you did not know that. James M. Barrie, who was a playwright and wrote Peter Pan. So there you go, Finding Neverland. Then, 17. It's hard when they're all in multiple packs, you know. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, again, a lot of people hate this movie. In my opinion, it is way better than the original, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But again, I know I'm going to get comments. That is just my opinion. It is a fun time. The music in this, Danny Elfman crushes the music. Johnny Depp has a great performance in this one. It's like Michael Jackson meets, some talk show host. I think it's really fun. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so 16 is Edward Scissorhands, the first collab. Yeah, I think I'm around that. First collab between Johnny Depp and Tim Burton. Filmed in Florida. I'll put a plug if you haven't seen Road of Micah's filming location video for Edward Scissorhands. Definitely go check that out. It's one of the best I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that because he's a friend, but so good. He got to go into the house where they filmed this. I'll put a picture here, and if I remember, I'll put a link down below. Go check out Road of Micah. Anyway, good movie. Really enjoy this one. I remember seeing this before I really knew who Johnny Depp was. I knew who Tim Burton was. He was one of my favorite directors at the time, but until Pirates came out, I really didn't know who Johnny Depp was. He was on my radar. But then once Pirates came out, I'm like, oh, that's the guy from Edward Scissorhands and Sleepy Hollow, Then, I knew him from everything. Then 15 is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Probably my favorite sequel. I mean, it's way down the list, so it should be. But, also, I'll put another shameless plug. If you haven't seen my filming location video for this movie, go check that out. I went to Dominica, which is in the Caribbean, 2 weeks before they started filming this movie. So, go check that out. Fun times, yeah. That's 2 instances where I could have met Johnny Depp. Anyway, great sequel. Really love it. Raises the stakes, consistent. That's the Pirates franchise, consistent. Then 14, that was 15. 14 is From Hell, about Jack the Ripper, which some of this is based on theories that they have about how he was a doctor, Jack the Ripper. But then I've seen documentaries about how Jack the Ripper and H.H. Holmes were the same person. So, you never know what to believe when it comes to Jack the Ripper, but it fascinates me. I watch probably way too much about Jack the Ripper, but this was a pretty decent movie. It's their interpretation of who Jack the Ripper actually was, so pretty good movie. Then Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, based on the Hunter S. Thompson novel. I don't know why I said Roald Dahl earlier, but Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, good Terry Gilliam movie, some trippy scenes, so good. Tobey Maguire's in this. Fun movie. Then Donnie Brasco, probably a top 5 performance for me anyway, in my opinion. Really enjoy that one. Good, he's a undercover for the FBI. Really good movie. Then the only film he has ever directed, The Brave. This is a Japanese release. Really good. About a Native American who sells himself to be in a snuff film to help his family. You know, Johnny Depp directed, Marlon Brando is in it. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. Good watch. So is Dead Man, directed by Jim Jarmusch. I think that's how you say it. He's big into doing black and white films. Good Western about, he gets in the middle of this, I think it's about money, but I'm not sure. And someone gets killed and everybody thinks he did it. Anyway, good Western / murder mystery, I guess. Then Tim Burton classic Ed Wood, based on the filmmaker Ed Wood, who a lot of people say is the worst filmmaker ever. I would strongly disagree with that. Yu Bo is the worst director ever in the history of Hollywood, and I will stand by that statement. Ed Wood made Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is great. Anyway, that's beside the point. This movie is so good. As someone who has seen most of Ed Wood's films, I don't think I've seen all of them, but most of them, I can say they did a really good job on this. So well done. Top 10 Johnny Depp performance. Everybody is so good in that. Then, I'm missing the numbers again. Dead Man was 10. Ed Wood was 9. Rango comes in at number 8. Great animated film. Gore Verbinski again. A Western, basically in animation form. So good. The animation's very realistic in this. So, yeah, that is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check out. This was my 1000th movie in my collection. What year was this? 2011. So, since then, I've added 6,000. A little over 6,000. But yeah, really enjoy Rango. So good. Then Once Upon a Time in Mexico. There's a bear shot there. Really good. After Pirates, then this came out, then Secret Window, I believe. I think that's the order. But yeah, so good. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's good. Okay, where are we at? Coming in at number 6 is another animated film, Corpse Bride, which Love Corpse Bride. It is so good. Tim Burton should do more stop-motion animation films. I know they take forever, but he is so good at this and Nightmare on... I almost said Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare Before Christmas, which I know he did not direct. Henry Selick directed. But he wrote it, produced it, Anyway, don't want to get into that, but Corpse Bride is so good. I have the soundtrack on my MP3 player. Listen to it almost every day, along with Sweeney Todd, but great movie. Love Corpse Bride so much. I want to watch it now. Then Secret Window, as I've said, this really opened my eyes to Johnny Depp as an actor after Pirates and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. So good. This is another film that David Cope directed, yeah. Well, he wrote it too, but based on the Stephen King, what's the story? The Secret Garden. Great performance here. Love this movie. A lot of people don't like the ending, and that's understandable. I enjoy the movie overall. The ending could have been a little bare, but I enjoy it for what it is. Then Sleepy Hollow. If not for another one on here, this would be my favorite Tim Burton Johnny Depp collab that they did. Based on the Washington Irving story. I had to do a paper on that in school and college. Both. Sung by Christina Ricci. I met her a few years ago. Really love this movie so much. Saw in theaters. Was probably way too young to be seeing it. 99. I would have been 11. So yeah. Anyway, fun movie. A little scary at times, especially when I first saw it, but so good. Wish Tim Burton would get back to that. What number are we at? Secret Window was 5. Sleepy Hollow is 4. Nick of Time is number 3. A great thriller. He's at the airport with his daughter, and Christopher Walken basically kidnaps him and forces him to, take out this mayor candidate. Really good thriller. If you haven't seen this, I strongly suggest you go check out. I watch it, every few months. So good. My parents love this movie too. I get to watch it with them occasionally, especially my dad, but great thriller. Yeah, so good. I could just keep going on and on about that. Then my favorite musical, this is number 2. Favorite musical of all time, Sweeney Todd, based on the Broadway play, Stephen Sondheim, I knew that, who, fun fact, also wrote the music for Dick Tracy, which Madonna sings. I know. You're like, you don't even like musicals, how do you know that? I saw a video on it. Anyway, Sweeney Todd, really good. I believe he was nominated for Best Actor for this. And he lost to Sean Penn, I believe. I think I'm right. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, great musical. Love this so much. Want to watch it. Right now, love the soundtrack as well. Then, this number 1 put him on the map for me. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, based on the Walt Disney World attraction. Really good, so good. Before this, it was kind of a joke to make a movie out of attraction. You know, we had the British Mr. Toad movie and like Tower of Terror, which was good, but was like a Disney Channel movie. Then I know there's something else. Country Bears was after this. Anyway, it was basically a joke. Then this one came out and really put it on the map. Now we got a bunch of other ones thanks to it. Haunted Mansion included. Love that movie. But yeah, you know, the pirates films as like a genre was pretty much dead. You know, they were a joke, especially after the Gina Davis movie. I forget what that one's called. Anyway, you probably know what I'm talking about. It was basically a joke, but then they're like, hey, let's do a movie based on the attraction. That'll work. And, you know, the cast is incredible. Everybody they picked is so good. Gore Verbinski, very well done directing this. So good. Remember watching a bunch in theaters. Is so rewatchable. And there we go. That is all 61 movies ranked from last to first. Did you agree with my list? Probably not. You probably have them in different orders, and that's okay. Didn't do his TV appearances or documentaries. Maybe I'll do a standalone, its own video on that, documentaries and other cameos and TV shows he was in. Maybe. We'll see. I have a couple more I want to try and knock out this week while we're waiting for the trial to get back. But if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Think about hitting the subscribe button. Tell me your favorite Johnny Depp movie in the comments below. Or top 5. Why not? Do top 5 Johnny Depp movies in the comments. Is there a bunch of Tim Burton? Probably. Is Pirates your favorite? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Alright, that is going to do it for this video. More videos coming as always. And until then, if I don't see you out thrifting or at Walt Disney World, I will see you at the movies. Bye. Bye.